This week on the second episode of Walrus's Theta Wheel, we're going to be selling covered calls on Alcoa Aluminum, selling cash secured puts on Workhorse, on Cleveland Cliffs, and on HIMX. And the growth of our portfolio in just 2 short weeks of the series is 3.65%. Hey everybody, Walrus here from Walrus Street. Just a reminder, I am not a financial professional. All information in this video is for entertainment purposes only. First week is in the books, and I could not be happier with where I am on the wheel right now. I did get assigned my Alcoa Aluminum shares, but the assignment was like just a hair below the $48 puts that I sold, so I was able to sell covered calls 30 Delta OA on the 48, which was where I was assigned, so there's really no risk, no loss thus far in the portfolio, and everything is good and green. Let's take a look at the recap of last week. For last week, once again, just a reminder, week 1 trades, we were selling Alcoa Aluminum, Palantir, Workhorse, and Microvast puts. Most of them were 7 days to expiration with the exception of the Microvast. So I was assigned the Alcoa Aluminum position, and the Microvast position is still open. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stocks that I chose to wheel this week. As always, I did go to Bar Chart and use their options IV sorter. I went through the first couple hundred stocks down to about 50% IV. That's the low end cutoff that I look to be using. Now, I did get really lazy with filling out my sheet just on week 2, and shame on me, I should not be this lazy. I kind of locked in on Workhorse, HIMX, and Cleveland Cliffs. In hindsight, I really shouldn't have done Cleveland Cliffs this week. I should have gone with one of the uranium ones that I was looking at, something like Cameco, because I was already assigned Alcoa Aluminum, and Alcoa Aluminum and Cleveland Cliffs typically have a lot of the same market trends. So it was really dangerous and kind of irresponsible for me to sell Cleveland Cliffs puts this week. And I have a funny feeling I'm going to end up getting assigned and I'm going to regret that decision. So I really should have gone with a different industry like Cameco, UUUU, or DNN for uranium, something along those lines, just to add a little more diversification security in the portfolio. I would have done Palantir again, except Palantir's basically gone straight up this week, and I think it's due for a correction. So selling the puts on Palantir is basically begging for assignment. Enough chatter, let's take a look at the trades. Well, it's late on a Monday night here in Korea, so I am not recording video, just audio. I'm so sorry you don't get to see my face, but I'm saving you the trouble. I look like a zombie right now. So you can see my account overview from my first week. My cash balance is down to $43.85 because I was assigned those shares of Alcoa, which is fine because it didn't really drop much below the underlying. So the first thing we're going to do is go over to Alcoa, and I'm going to be selling some covered calls on it. You could see my position's actually in pretty good shape on Alcoa when you consider the premium that I did sell last week. We scroll down to the price. Current price for Alcoa is going to be $46.16. Let's go over and check the deltas. Right here we have a 33 delta right at $48, and that's actually what we're going to be looking at getting right here. So I want to sell my covered call of Alcoa. My expiration is correct, November 5th. So we're going to hit the next button. Double check everything. It looks good. Limit price is 59, and we're going to check everything. Yep. Sell. Limit. $59 in premium. Confirm. And we're done. Let's go right down my list of stocks. We're going to start out with Workhorse. I've been playing Workhorse now for a couple of weeks, even before this series started, so I'm getting pretty comfortable with doing the wheel on it. So we're going to be looking at the puts now, because I still have no position initiated with Workhorse. I'm going to scroll over and we're going to check the option prices. We're going to check the deltas here. We've got a 35 delta at the 650. That looks about right. So we're going to go ahead and grab this one. We're going to sell some Workhorse puts at 650. Next, $19. That looks about right for our premium. We're going to go ahead and sell those. Confirm. And we're done. Next up, we're going to go over to HIMX. Not HIMX, HIMX. And
Coming in at about 1065 right now. Let's go over to the options. Now, this one's a little bit dangerous because it is an earnings report one, but I've researched this pretty well and I'm pretty confident with it. What I don't like here is the delta spread. I can either choose between an 18 and a 42, and the 18 is going to be 12 below my 30 delta desired. The 42 is going to be 12 above. But I am pretty bullish on this, even with the earnings play this week. So I'm going to take a chance on this 45 right here. And we're going to sell these puts, check everything out. It all looks good. That is some really juicy premium right here on HIMX. Next, 5th of November, everything looks good. Premium looks good. Let's take it. And we got a fill. Last one we're going to be doing is Cleveland Cliffs here. So let's go over to Cleveland Cliffs. This is going to be kind of our stable one. And we're going to go out to the options. 1 week, everything looks good. Let's go check our deltas. So 33.29. This 29 is actually the one that I'm going to be going for here. Let's check the premiums. Yeah, this looks pretty good. So we're going to grab this $23. We're going to sell the put November 5th. Come over here, double check everything. Premium looks right, $28. Confirm. And we're done. Easy as that.
There you have it, short and sweet. So easy, a trained monkey could do it. I'm that trained monkey. I'm the guy. Let's take a look at a summary of what I did on the video, just in case you're keeping track at home. So here we go, week 2 trades. Once again, Microvast is still open right now. I didn't count the collateral or the premium from Microvast because it is still open and I counted it last week. I don't think I need to count it twice. It's not really fair for my percent to count the premium twice, even though it would actually artificially inflate my percentage a little bit. I'm trying to be honest here. So I do have my Alcoa position open. I was able to sell the covered calls at a $48 strike, which was my assignment price last week, so there's really no risk right here at all, just collecting premium, moving on with life. Workhorse, I ended up selling the $6.50. This one's a little bit risky. I didn't really like the delta spreads on this one. HIMX, about $10.50. I'm pretty confident in this one with the earnings report towards the end of the week. And Cleveland Cliffs at $23.50. And again, in hindsight, I really think this should have been Cameco that I sold. Take a look at the week 2 summary. I used up $8,850 of my collateral. Collected $151 in premium this week, which is a return on collateral of 1.71% after 2.09% last week. It is a little bit lower this week. A lot of the high IV stocks this week are like weed stocks and crypto stocks, and I'm not super comfortable playing those right now. So I'm going to live with this. I mean, honestly, if you're wheeling and getting 1% per week, you're doing really good. So I'm still killing it at 1.71%. Now let's take a look at the overall portfolio. Starting cash in the account was $9,007.15. I have not deposited any additional money yet, and over the 2 weeks, I've collected $329 in premium, which just means my account growth right now is 3.65%. Pretty straightforward with nothing else. Now, I need to think of a way to make my sheet a little more elegant to reflect what happens if I end up getting assigned an underlying and I end up losing position on the underlying. This week with Alcoa, because I was still able to sell the 30 delta covered call at the assignment price from last week, it's not really an issue, but I'm sure in the future there is going to be something that drops below the 30 delta, I get assigned, and then I'm going to end up losing out on my position on that stock. So I have to think of a very elegant way to organize this sheet. And I know I could just go and find one of the resources online. Everything's available online, but I am trying to do this on my own. Part of the challenge, part of the fun in this for me is working on the calculations on my own, developing everything on my own. Even the strategy, though it is a theta wheel, this is still kind of my own strategy because I'm trying to do a low beta theta wheel. I do want to address one thing. A couple of you asked if I could post the video on the same day that I make the trades, and I am so sorry, but I cannot do that. I'm on the opposite end of the clock as you guys. So I make my trades trades as I'm about to go to sleep. I wake up the next morning, I go straight to work, I come home, and then I edit. So I'm not able to actually post the video on the same day as I make the trades. It's just not humanly possible if I want to sleep and work. So I am sorry about that. I hope you guys do understand though. As always, if you want to support the channel, please check out my Webull referral link below the video. If you sign up for an account, deposit $100, you get a free stock, I get a free stock, everybody wins. Also, if you enjoyed the video today, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to be alerted to all my content as soon as it goes live, make sure you hit that notification bell. All right, everybody, thanks a lot. Stay safe. Good luck investing. Happy trading, and I'll see you next time.